That was the start of the stalking, really. That was when things got serious.
He came onto Nan and Grandad's property a few weeks ago, and he didn't even tell us, he just took her car.
Unbeknownst to Cheryl, Jack had taken her car to fit a tracker to the vehicle.
He apologised a few days later, saying, look, you can have the car back.
From that moment, Jack Hooper was able to then monitor where Cheryl was going every minute of the day.
Control room. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hi there. Hello. Yes, I wonder if you could help me.
Right, okay. So what was the incident that happened?
It started with my husband sort of smashing the TV and then different things of threatening to kill himself, and then he took my car from my parents' house and I didn't know about it. He did sort of follow us around a little bit over Christmas. We didn't see him, but he did ring up to say that he'd been looking for us.
Right, okay.
I suppose upset people and frustrated people just do silly things, don't they?
Yeah.
So.
And what's your ex-partner's name?
Andrew Jonathan Hooper.
So you said about his gun licence. Do you know when that was taken off? There's been several incidents with the guns, so it happened a while, but last week or something.
Last week, you think?
He's lost Cheryl already, and then he's lost his guns. So what's he got left in life?
That night, Cheryl has made arrangements to go out with a friend.
So you tell me about your mum and her friend.
My mum's friend was Caroline Tranter.
We was going out of town and a car had followed us quite a way. And I remember saying, Cheryl, this better not be Jack behind us, just in kind of jest, but kind of thinking, oh, I hope it's not. She said, no, Jack won't know where we've gone. Cheryl was really happy, really happy. She said, have a Prosecco and let the Prosecco do the talking. And then we were joined by 3 men, Cheryl's friends, and we stood chatting. This strange man came in the pub. How has he found us?
She got tapped on the shoulder and turned around and he was stood there, and he went something along the lines of, thought you'd be with him, looked at the guy, because obviously he was like, he's quite controlling.
She said, let's take this outside, Jack. She was not scared that Jack had come in the pub. I was petrified for her.
He said he was going to go and burn all that stuff. And he said, I'm going to divorce you for being unfaithful.
They was outside for about 10 minutes. And then Jack left. And when she came back in, she was calm. I asked her if she wanted to leave and she said no, everything was fine. I think she became really good at hiding the signs of an abusive relationship.
She texted me to say what happened. I called him just to try and plead him not to burn my stuff and just to leave it.
Yeah.
Jack goes back home to the Gildermonks farm. Within minutes, he's taking something from the farmhouse to place into his vehicle. It's my opinion that he's carrying a gun. He then goes back in, and he's then monitoring the tracker via his computer.
Cheryl phoned me up and said, "Dad, Jack has followed me to the pub. I think he's put a tracker underneath my car." I said, "Cheryl, go to the police now." She didn't take heed to that.
We left the pub. And I said to Cheryl, "You need to get Georgia and you need to go home."
My mum picked me up and she was on the phone to him when she picked me up. Yeah, she was having an argument with him on the phone. That's how she went, "I'm guessing you know where I am then." And he went, yeah, I do. She just went, "Fuck you," and put the phone down.
As Cheryl pulls up outside her home, simultaneously, Jack Hooper is also pulling up outside.
I've never seen my mum so scared in my entire life. She just screamed, "Oh my God, he's here."
Where? 232 update. Andy, they're going to need to get her out, mate. Yeah, you've got one female in the vehicle. She's in a Range Rover Evoque. He'll get knackered doing CPR as long as someone's there to help him with CPR. Right, OK. Folks, they're doing CPR at the moment on her, so let the ambulance crew do what they need to do. Is that your mum?
Yeah. Pulled up on the drive. He pulled up in the silver Land Rover behind the car, so my mum couldn't go anywhere. He went up to the driver's window and had the gun and was banging the barrel against the glass. I didn't want to go over it.
Oh, George, I know this is difficult.
He was hitting the gun against the car. I thought it was a spade or something. I just thought he was going to hit her with something. I jumped out of the car trying to unlock my phone. I couldn't unlock my phone, trying to get the police to come straight away. He banged the glass shattered, and then he put the gun up properly and shot her.
Oh.
I can't get out of here.
Cheryl had suffered 2 catastrophic shotgun injuries, one to her right arm and one to the neck area. There's an urgent need now to locate and arrest Hooper. He's obviously a desperate man. He's just killed his wife in cold blood.
Moving.
It's pitch black. They don't know where he is. They know that the last thing that Mr. Hooper did was to kill his wife.
Can you get a light on that vehicle?
Yeah, somebody there.
Movement. Okay. Oh, police! Keep your hands in the air! Move out to the open!
Come get on the floor, mate.
Get down on the floor!
Cover the buildings left and right. Cover the buildings.
He shot himself.
Yeah.
Get down on the floor!
Andrew, get on the floor! Get on the floor now!
Get on your knees!
Andrew, get on the floor!
Floor now!
We'll get a med pack. I've got a med pack. Okay.
His face is devastated, if I'm honest. He's clearly taking the gun to his face. And the moment that they come across him, they go from seeking his arrest to having to provide critical first aid.
Get on your knees for me. Get on your knees, buddy. Kneel down. Kneel down. Andrew, kneel down for me. We're here to help. Kneel down. Good lad.
They've got one concern, and that is to ensure that Jack Hooper survives.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, can you breathe all right, Andrew?
Detectives are waiting to question a man in connection with the shooting death of a woman in Newport. A 45-year-old man is in hospital with what are thought to be self-inflicted gunshot wounds.
After I'd given my statement, it was decided that I'd be taken back to Nan and Grandad's. It was a very fraught situation that I arrived back to.
Cheryl Hooper was killed outside her home in Newport at the end of January. Now, 10 months on, it's emerged that the suspect is waiting for a complicated 23-hour operation involving a team of specialist surgeons.
By the time I get to interview Hooper, it's 10 months down the line.
Recording?
The police interview of Jack Hooper was extraordinary. Something that I've never done and probably will never do again in my career. He's suffered terrible injuries. He's unable to speak. He hasn't got a mouth. He hasn't got a nose.
Is your name Andrew Jonathan Hooper? Yes. And also present is your solicitor. Are you responsible for the death of your wife, Cheryl Gabriel-Hooper, on the 26th of January 2018?
Can you be more accurate? Yes.
At this stage, I'd like to introduce a prepared statement that Mr. Hooper has given to me. I was knocking the driver's door window of the Range Rover with the barrel of the gun, just to emphasise that I was upset and I supposed to scare her. And somehow the gun went off, and that's what broke the glass. I realised that both barrels had gone off, and I realised what I'd done, and I panicked and drove off.
What do you mean when you say you wanted to scare her?
I, end of word, W, A, N, T, E, D, end word, wanted, T, O, end word, to, M, A, K, E, end of word, make, H, E, R, end of word, her, T, H, I, N, K, end of word, think, end of sentence. I wanted to make her think.
Hooper puts forward this rather bizarre account that he's only approached Cheryl with a loaded shotgun to scare her.
Referring to the diagram, is that Cheryl's head? Yes? If you're holding the gun directly at the window, as you say, intending to break it, and you fire it, it's pointing directly at Cheryl. I don't understand why not then. The question was, if you're holding the gun directly at the window and you fire it to break the window, it's pointing directly at Cheryl. And you're shaking your head indicating no, so...
No has been.
Okay.
We needed to prove that Jack Hooper murdered Cheryl and that he didn't accidentally kill her and therefore get off with a lesser charge of manslaughter. He's gone across to his parents' farm and sought out an antique firearm. It was at least 100 years old, in a terrible state of repair, and possibly could have gone off at any time. When we examined the firearm, we see that he's greased the weapon up. So he's obviously been preparing it to fire it. The first shot was from a matter of feet away. Now the second shot, Hooper stepped in to deliver that second fatal blow. That shows to me that he intended to kill Cheryl.
The prosecution alleges that 46-year-old Andrew Jonathan Hooper murdered Cheryl Hooper because he couldn't handle the fact that she'd left him.
I was the first witness called in the trial. As daft as it sounds, it was a privilege to be able to stand there and do that for my mum. I faced him and I wasn't afraid, and he had to sit there and watch, knowing he hadn't broken me.
A man has been found guilty of murdering his wife outside her home in Shropshire.
Hooper has been sentenced to life in prison with a minimum term of 31 years.
My mum wasn't fully aware of what was going on because when you're in it, you can't see it. His main aim was to make her feel completely worthless. It was power and control. Jack was incredibly abusive in many forms. Financially, emotionally, mentally, to the point where he thought it was his right to kill her.